some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
So that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route for target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Third and long. They're going to throw. Finds the in route complete. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Raiders are going to have the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
35-yard line.
To the air, Stroud. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Stroud off the play fake. That's incomplete left side. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. You wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. It will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Pennick's going to throw straight away. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
We've set it down from 37. They're going to run it here. It's for John Robinson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Pennick's on first down. Nice game left side. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown.
The kicker on.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Getting the ball early, put a fear of God into this defense.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fields this one at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Trying the right side. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Shotgun now, first round. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your cornerback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
And he gets it away from his end zone. And that hits and heads out beyond the 45, but short of the 40.
At their own 44-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offensive line fast.
7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Play fake. Penix. He's trying to push the field. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
3rd down, give to Robinson. And he's going to have this one down in the 37.
Robinson. A gain of 10 yards.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at 1st down here. And send a receiver left. They go play action. Here's Penix. Has it downfield working the left. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards. It picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
But even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Penix working from the gun. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. We'll take this for about a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the gun, Stroud. Hits his running back. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw, Stroud. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And now they face second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Looking slant route complete. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a short yard gain. Find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Stroud from the pistol.
Where is he throwing the ball, bro?
It's intercepted.
What the fuck?
Falcons will take over as this gets brought
That's
out
not
to the
even...
20-yard line.
Man, come on.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They ain't gave you that. They ain't gave you that one.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive.
Oh my God. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
That was crazy.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, and they go right back to it.
Oh man, this is crazy.
He cuts it right.
This is unreal.
Touchdown.
This is unreal.
The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters.
First, my quarterback throws it all weird, and then he just runs with it too. This is crazy.
And what a big-time effort.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away.
Doesn't
Like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rockin' side to side to the beat. They snapping, they bang, drinks, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Just a yard left to go on second down. Throwing is Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Third and long for him here. Jump off, caught by his back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out.
This is crazy.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Gets everything he has under this one. Ooh,
Oh my God, this is...
Defender had it in his hands. Dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
2nd and 10. Penix to throw. On the left side. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A 28-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Taking a chance to the end zone. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first.
The man in there.
To go connect. A great play.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. It is 2nd down, Brock, and they've got a full 24 yards to go here after that sack. Now it's Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. And there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Come on, man.
Hang on through the contact. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. They're going to go for this. It's Stroud. And they got sacked him on
Oh, man.
We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in
This is
plus territory.
This is very
Well,
frustrating.
this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Penix now on first down. Pass call along the sideline by Mitchell.
That dude's not that good, man. What the fuck? This quarterback ain't like that.
Gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Falcon first down.
This is
I'll be
crazy.
honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Has him on the quick hitter. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get more points to end a lopsided first half. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
It's so fucking unfair.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw it. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Starting the half with Robinson.
Oh my God. What kind of angles are we taking? This game is.
He's going to get this to the opposing 40.
This game is just ridiculous, man. The guy has an outside sit and he runs in.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old
This is ridiculous, man. The way they're giving you the game is crazy.
second level and beyond.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy
This is
territory.
fucking unfair, man.
Going to the ground again on first. He dodged the tackle. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. He got 14 yards on that one. And that's a Falcon first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Eagles can't even catch interceptions. So this game is just cheesy.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Stay with Robinson.
Yeah. You want him to the outside.
Get him 9 yards.
Cue him to that side, and he still gets it. Come on.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run
Okay, that's funny, man.
at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They're going play fake with Penix.
What?
And coming in the zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good for Bates. And the Falcons continue piling onto this lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
By number 27.
Offense in the hurry up here.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back-to-back carries here. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll throw 3rd and long. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And the stop was made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun now, 1st round. Completed to his running back. Down the left sideline he goes. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders start the 2nd half with some needed points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
What the fuck
It
is
was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Raiders will trail by 25.
42. Raiders 17.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Jackson now to return it. Escapes the defender.
Oh, come on.
Just beyond that 25-yard
What?
At their own 27-yard line.
That's crazy.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing now on 1st down. Penix.
Yes.
Has it downfield working left. This one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly. The catch moves him to the 48. It's a pickup of 26. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, here's Penix.
Oh, this is perfect. Come on! Back down? Is he kidding me? Back down.
Small little jab there, finally
Back fucking
able to
damn.
break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate.
Hey, don't worry, folks. We're going to back
Stay
down.
on the gas.
We got
On
you.
2nd and 10, it's Penix. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward. Brought down inside the opposing 30. That chunk
It's
worth
2
a nice
interceptions.
21
That's 2.
yards.
Let's count them up.
And that's a
Let's
Falcon
count them
first
up,
down.
folks.
Moving quickly,
Let's
trying to get
go.
set.
And the Falcon first down.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And 2
Ooh,
yards
we
is all
beat
he's
it,
going to get before he's caught. Chopping that play, Trenton
That's
Simpson.
crazy.
Simpson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Play action. Here's Penix.
Fucking knew it.
Out of the
Damn
end
it.
zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons trying to end this before the final quarter. Bates now for the point after.
Look at this fucking quick height shit.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again.
Raiders 17.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. He'll put everything he's got behind it. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Back to the air they go on 2nd. Stroud. This is
Of course he catches up. I had him beat. Of course he catches up. No way.
Still 10 yards.
No way. Don't let the Raiders do something, man. It's crazy. Raiders can't do anything.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
What? They let me catch
Gain
that?
of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That was
And that right
crazy.
there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly,
Let's
Brock,
do stays.
don't get burned taking a risk.
46-yard
Yeah, it's
line.
really the
Well,
defense that
how
gets
you
burned,
covered
and that
it.
is just demoralizing.
That's
You got double
right.
coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Short pass brought in. And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Again, Stroud. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the middle they go for 3rd down.
As quarterback, you love when that screen passes. Well, at least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Stroud now on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down.
Oh my God.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Throwing again. It's Stroud.
Come on, let's keep fucking high, man.
It's
PR.
successfully, and now they turn it over on down.
You know, Kate,
This game is cheap, bro. I mean, this is
all they want to do is get
this
off
is
the field.
unfucking
Doesn't matter if it's a
believable.
drop pass, deflection,
I mean,
breakup,
people
even
think
an
they're doing
interception.
good. Like, this is
Challenged by the
bullshit.
offense to get one more stop to get off the
Bullshit.
field, and that's exactly what they did.
Shotgun snap. They give to Robinson. He swarms in the middle.
This game fucking selling people out, bro.
It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
I think you could say positive about the execution of that play. At least you didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another carry for Robinson. He stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. One of the tight ends in motion left. Now Penix off the play action. Got a man. It's not. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Second down now. They need 7. We motion the tight end over. From the shotgun, Penix. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons continue adding to an insurmountable lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud.
What the fuck is that?
Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Oh, man.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd down from the gun. Stroud. This one finds Thornton. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Stroud again. That's complete to the back, Ashton Jency. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Hauled in again, it's Bowers. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Back to throw, Stroud. And there's a man
How you beat my dude to the inside and I got the inside? What is this game doing to me, bro? This is crazy. I'm on the inside.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside.
That's an outrun my whole team. What? He did it. That's crazy.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is
Okay,
it
you
going to
let
take
him
away
run
the game
outside
from
the
giving
whole
up that big
team.
run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
By Kenneth Murray. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. They connect on the deep shot. And this is
That's fucking cheap. Dude, going in front of my guys. It is what you call it. All kind of cheap tactics. That nigga is cheesy as fuck.
You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside.
Niggas can't play say that. I only got this cheap now shit.
Inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
I thought this dude was
Just
good.
a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in
You did,
Vegas.
man. You know you did. You ain't said shit all game.
9th win of the season.
That's what you saying, bro. Hey, baby.
Nice spot here for the offense.
You
It's
ran in
2nd and
front of
1.
my guy. You ran in front of my guy and cut him off, so I couldn't get there. Don't say you didn't cheat. It's cheesy. That's cheesy as fuck.
And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them.
There we go. The game that cheap for you all again.
And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right
That's one fucking play. What about those 2 interceptions? My guys ain't even fucking playing defense. Like, I don't understand what you're arguing.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
I'm talking about the interceptions my guys didn't make. Look at this. This guy's cheesy, bro.
And they grow that lead further. The Falcons running them out of the building. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tack on 7 more to their lead.
Raiders 17.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
You just come out in the same formation and then that interception. My dude had you on the inside, I throw it in, and you beat me inside. How stupid is that? This guy was just stupid, bro. I don't know what
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last second attempt.
If I got you on the inside, bro, and I throw the ball with you on my outside, I got you inside. Regardless if you're playing inside or not. You're beat inside. How you beat me inside?
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Finds him over the middle. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got third and short coming up from their own 40.
And then that pass interference on that last play was ridiculous, bro.
Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice.
Let me get away with it. You the one that did it. Well, not you, the computer.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
My dude was running his route, and y'all straight hit him after I threw the ball. That was crazy.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's complete. This is Bowers.
This
He'll be
shit's
brought
crazy,
down a
bro.
step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
First and
Shit
10
is
at the
ridiculous.
48-yard line.
On play action, here's Stroud. That's completed right side. He's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
That is so demoralizing defensively.
I threw that one. I threw that one underneath on purpose. I threw it.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Yeah, there was a couple of plays on that. I ain't gonna lie.
Hits him on the in route. And he's
A
tackled.
couple of plays I got lucky, but man, not as many as you. I wouldn't say you. I'm not saying that you're not better than me. I ain't saying that at all. They got to give me a chance to play. Like this. Yeah, man. It's my last game of the year.
4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard
So a lot of times people think I take chances. I throw the ball where my guy's supposed to be, and my guy don't be there. And then I look at the replay, and it's like holding, or defensive pass interference. I'm not getting the calls. Like, I don't understand sometimes. I be frustrated.
All right, one more snap to play here.
No cap. I don't play in no other league either. I'm too busy.
One final shot here. And
Oh
that
my
ball's incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over.
What?
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season. Ending things on a good note, getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments and make me excited to see them chase the playoffs next season.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. Away